So then I've had a customer come in this week and say, when did you start doing Triumph? So you got a story about that, haven't you?
Yeah, 2004. So we've been doing it 22 years. We were in Accrington on Belgarth Road, and we were doing Piaggio with a little shop in Manchester doing Piaggio scooters. We were doing MZ, but MZ was coming to an end.
Yeah.
And I was actively out there looking for something to do. We'd been talking to Honda, and that was progressing quite well, really. But then I'd written to Triumph earlier than that, sort of got rebuffed, you know, and Bill Edsworth, of course, the original Triumph dealer in 91 around here. Yeah. And my mum was in a nursing home when she was first ill, next to his wife in Longridge, believe it or not. So it was unbelievable. But yeah, so they were Triumph, and I went down to the bike show. I spoke to Bruno on the bike show stand, Bruno Tagliaferri, and you know we just got on. He was a big Burnley football fan, so he had a sort of allegiance to the area. Somebody came into the shop. I think a rep came in and said, "I think Val Superbikes is losing Triumph." So I rang Bruno. I said, "Bruno, I believe you're looking for a dealer in the Lancashire area." "I am, Philip, and I do remember you." He said he remembered everybody. He was
never used to forget.
What a guy.
Yeah.
Still speak to him now and then. And he said, I'll be there tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. So Louise said, you need some chocolate biscuits. So she bought some really nice chocolate biscuits. And I got a cafetiere of coffee, proper coffee. We sat upstairs and he came and I worked it out what I was going to do. So I presented to him, I said, look, this is what we would do. I said, we've got, you know, this team of people. This is where we're at now, how long we've been going and where we're doing, what have you. Oh, he was very impressed, and he was like, yeah, I'm keen, I want to take it further. So they had a dealer development guy called Mark Burrows, a really good guy. I know he's a good guy when they take you on, aren't they? But he was good. He did his job. Again, still know him. And he was like, yeah, I'm keen, but you can't do it from here. And I was wanting to do it from Belgarth, and he was like, no way, this is not. Because obviously it went, the old mill, and it was like being a breakers, but it was all right, you know, it was tidy, but he wouldn't let us do it from there. So I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll look for premises. We went out, and you know, the internet wasn't what it is now then, and we drove around and looked. I didn't want to get too far from where we were. The Rocket Centre was opened in Blackburn, so that was a big thing in Blackburn at the time. And I said, we need something in Blackburn or Accrington, and there was nothing in Accrington. So anyway, found this building, and it was up for rent. And I really wanted to buy it. It comes with renting, that your lease comes up for 10 years. They see you're doing well, they renegotiate your rent goes up. Whereas if you're your own landlord, obviously you've got a bit more control. Anyway, Caledonia Cars were the tenant of this building. We structured a deal with Triumph where, and the bank, of course, because the bank was massively involved, so here in it, they wouldn't release the lease on the building to let us buy the building until we bought the building. So Triumph wouldn't give us the franchise till we bought the building, and the building people, we couldn't buy from the building until we got Triumph franchise. So the whole thing was in like a massive circle. Yeah. They wouldn't move. One wouldn't move and go, we'll do that until they had to so they all sat in a room and basically switched papers and signed. Right. I was a pre-signed, and they signed their bits because nobody trusted anybody. If we rescind his lease and then he doesn't buy it, then we've rescinded his lease, and big PLC like Caledonia would have just walked away from it, probably, I don't know. So they all sat in this room, and they all, and as they switched papers, we signed the deal agreement.
My God.
And that's 2004. I was just 6 weeks from buying it to getting it open. And I was coming in here in the morning, setting the builders off, doing what I had to do, getting done here, then going back to Belgarth, doing a day's work, then coming back here. And Louise was bringing meals in sort of slow pots and such. Kids came back with us, and we carried on then till whatever time we could at night, I think, you know, and then went back home, did it again, and then we did, and we had builders on and what have you as well. I did as much as I could and really pushed it forward, and we got in within 6 weeks, which was like, we had to. It was quick, very, very quick. We had to do it, we just had to. And got it open, and then we had an opening following August, I think it was. Yeah. We had like show life here, and you know, 200 odd people, and some Indian food in the back and what have you, and it was great. You know, I've still got some pictures of that at home actually. So on my bathroom wall downstairs. So so it's good. So that was kind of how it all happened. The old 955 Daytona was coming to an end. Yeah, we weren't that long off having the Street Triple out. I can't remember the dates on that. Then the Daytona, the 1050 Speed Triple had just replaced the 955 speed triple. So literally just replaced it.
Can you remember that, the Sprint 1050, what we got, our first demo of Belgar?
There you go, drop it. Yeah, first demo. So we got all this, because they let us have, once we got the franchise, they let us take a few bikes to get them on the road, didn't they, at Belgar? Because we bought the building and we were moving it forward. And the first guy I put out on a demo on a Sprint, I was like, couldn't believe it. He dropped it, didn't he? But you're all smashed up. And you're like, is this what's going to happen? Is this how it's going to be every time we send the
First guy.
Yeah.
We're unveiling it, on one side we're mint.
Yeah.
So the bad side we're next to the wall. Oh,
It's what you do, isn't it? It's what you get through these things, don't you? And you move forward. And it's interesting that they don't seem to do that anymore. Manufacturers, they seem to want it all parceled up and so much investment and £1 million of the backers and all. We were on borrowed money. We were up to our neck in it, if I'm honest. Yeah. I was borrowing the money and I was responsible for it. So I had to make it work. It was so I had to make it work. And that kind of level of responsibility, you sort of go with your gut feeling. I just know this will work. Yeah. I know it'll work. I know that if I get in there, I can sell more motorbikes than I'm selling here. Yeah. And I've got this brand behind me. I can sell the proper bike. At that point, the product wasn't the best. It was okay. Obviously, we didn't know about it at the time. You take a punt on it, don't you? Yeah. And it's been fantastic from there onwards. They just brought the right bikes out at the right time and everything just went like that. Yeah. But, you don't know that, do you, beforehand? But
it's always a bit of a gamble, isn't it? But
massive
I think
gamble. And I know there's the next stuff that's coming. Obviously, can't say anything, but I've signed things to say we won't say anything. But I know what's coming, and I just think this place, these guys are just going for it. They're just so. It's absolutely brilliant to see the level of commitment, the level of push and drive. Just always trying to improve the system, the bike, the way it works, the dealer's involvement, the way the dealer staff are trained. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Isn't it?
Really,
the amount to drive what they have,
Yeah. In fact, they ran an after-sales course past me a couple of weeks ago and sent me, and which we've got now. It's an online course. Yeah. There was me and a couple of other dealers. We went through it and went, that question's not quite right. Or, you just want to how to deal with a customer, how to do it, and that's brilliant because you've got input. And they'll probably run something else past somebody else whose expertise in that area, maybe marketing or whatever's better than mine, and that's good, isn't it? Yeah. You're taking the best of everybody. You've got that bit to get it right. Really pleased with the journey.
Good move, isn't it?
Good journey. Yeah, proper good journey.
Incredible.
Yeah, good fun.